It is about 5 o'clock p.m. here on Monday, May 12th, 2025. Here in beautiful Northeast Texas on Lazy Cow Farms. And this grow, I think it just had way too much grass for the animals to eat. They certainly did a number down here. I'll show you guys. You can see kind of a lot of the leaves are gone on this tree that fell over. But let me show you the real damage. So that's a tree that fell over there, and you can see that there's a tree line where all the leaves are just gone. And there's a bunch of sheep fur too. So they were using this as a scratching post. See, there's a bunch of fur, hair, all over the place here. So I'm opening up this last area in this row. Excuse me. Plenty of grass here. Lots of shade too. It's about 82 degrees, which is about what they forecast it was going to be today. Excuse me. Tomorrow it's going to be up to like 85, 89 degrees. And then Wednesday it's supposed to be 98. So nice and toasty warm. So tomorrow I'm going to start grazing backwards, starting from the east end. And that's going to give them plenty of shade, and I'll leave the area open to them. So by Wednesday, they'll be like halfway through the row. I'll show you what that looks like. Lots of good trees here for shade for the cows and the sheep. Hey, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Just when I click the record button, it starts. So this will be a nice row. In fact, I'm probably going to make this one 80 feet wide. Maybe pack them in a little tighter, get some more grazing done. But I'll set up a lane, probably right here on this north side, all the way back. Okay, that should be it. I'm done with that. I went through the notes from the sheep that we all did. There was 86 sheep total. That's including all the males and the females and everybody. I think we counted one twice. We might have missed one or two because a couple did get out, but I thought we were pretty careful about making sure we got them all. There were, I was able to identify the sheep that had the tag ripped out by the dog back in early January, I think. And I was able to identify another sheep that lost her tag. And there was just like 2 or 3 sheep that I didn't see in the batch. So I assume they slipped through the cracks somehow, or maybe I'm missing them. I don't even know what happened to them. It's always a possibility, especially with younger lambs. They just kind of disappear. And, you know. Anyway, half the sheep had no problems at all. They had perfect feet. Not even the hint of hoof scald or hoof rot, right? Everything was absolutely perfect. Their hooves weren't even growing long, you know. I'd say about 10, 15 sheep had hooves that were a little on the long side, and then like 3 or 4 had hooves that were so long that I felt I needed to trim them back. And I think 1 or 2 of those cases was also the handful of cases of hoof rot. I had several cases of very mild hoof scald, where that's the flesh between the toes. If that was white or looked like it might be sensitive or irritated or something like that, then I would just call it a minor case of hoof scald and just sprayed them with the copper sulfate solution and put them on their way. There was 1 or 2 cases where it was a bit more advanced. One case where it was actually bleeding between the toes. So got those cases, just sprayed it down. I think the more severe cases, I wrapped it up with some cotton in between the toes just to try to help it dry out, give it a chance to heal a little quicker. You know, so all in all, I think the sheep are pretty healthy, considering that this is like the worst time of the year for sheep to get hoof rot, hoof scald. Just the combination of wet and heat just gives the ideal opportunity for those that bacteria and the infection to really take off. But I don't think, you know, there's a couple cases where they had it, you know, somewhat bad, and even there was only one of the hoofs. So I think I got it fairly quickly nailed in the head, or nailed in the bud, or nicked in the bud. So hopefully I won't be seeing more cases, but I'm going to check in about 2 weeks, take them in again and pin them up, and then go through the hooves and see what effect it's had, and then compare with the previous 2 weeks and see if the same cases are coming back, or if it's new cases, or if there's just no cases at all. So I want to look at that and see what happens. I'll try to keep careful track of that. But all in all, like this year, the sheep are doing way better than they were doing last year. And I think the key is just rotationally grazing, getting them on forage full time, and maybe the soil health is causing the grass just to be more nutritious for the sheep, so they're able to fend off, you know, infections of that sort on their own a little better. I don't know, but that's my guess. Anyway, guys, not much else to report. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. I'm certainly having a good day, enjoying the warmth. You guys take care, and bye-bye.